Yeah, you can call me lover boy. They say I throw my heart around. And you can be my lover girl. I'll pick you up, drive you around. I'll show you how to fall in love. We'll be the talk of all the town. Now everybody wants to be like us. They're getting jealous, feeling now. Oh wow. Kill the light, so baby close your eyes. The way you're looking at me, you got me mesmerized. Something I can't escape, feel like I'm lost in space. You got that good loving, girl, if you leave me I might throw my heart away. You know my heart can't take the rain. Nothing will ever be the same. Feel alive. It's such a shame. Somehow the love came to an end. You started talking to a fool. You're telling lies to all your friends. But you know damn well it should be me. But I'm moving on, doing my best. Now everybody whispers things.
저는 지금 6시에 발매되고
My touch, your lovely skin. You can make me feel whatever you want. Whatever you want. You're happy, it makes me wild. When you're right here by my side. Touch me, feel me, make me whatever you want. Touch me, feel me, make me whatever you want.
그냥
Is this real fantasy? Your
Sup?
dream, a dream for me. So your heartbeat makes me wild. When you.
계속 노래 듣다가 작업실에 있다가 V 라이브를
Make me whatever you want.
그동안 잘 지냈냐고요? 잘 지냈죠. 지금 어떤 기분일까요? 저요? 되게 설레요. 여러분들은 뭐 했어요? 잘 지냈어요, 여러분들? 우리 안 보고 싶구나.
I'm here. Behind you, look. Behind you. I am right behind you. Don't be scared. I just want to play a game with you. Hey, don't you run away. Please stay. Stay with me. If you don't come play with me, then we will kill you.
Heart is cold, made in coin of gold. He comes, he'll go, leave naught behind but heartache and woe. Deep, deep. Birds are silent for the night. Cast against
Easy, easy spider went up the water space. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried out the rain. So easy spider went up the spout again. Easy, easy spider went up the water shot. Eyes came lost.
Depths in my despair, couldn't breathe if I had it. Just tell me what you want. I got a life I need to live. Oh, can't play these silly games of being around the rosy. Dancing with the dead again. I don't think you'll forgive my sins or cross my heart and hope to live. 'Cause I'm desperate for the touch of life. Fight these thoughts, I'll never fly. I know I'm worth more than a try. Dancing again, dance with my friends. Won't you go? I won't give it up. I'm learning to live, I'm learning to love myself again. I'm worth my weight in gold. Just tell me what you want. I got a life I need to live. I can't play these silly games of being around the rosy. Dancing with the dead again. I don't think you'll forgive my sins or cross my heart and hope to live. 'Cause I'm desperate for the touch of life. Fight these thoughts, I'll never fly. I know I'm worth more than a child.
Welcome to my heart, welcome to my soul. If you want to know more, I'm open, yeah. Just like a library, you can read me, baby. You'll find me on page 3, yeah. want to know more, I'm open, yeah. What's your favorite color? Violet, green, or either? I'm no good at small talk, you know that, yeah. Let's just skip the surface.